Freedom Reigns Equine Sanctuary is a rescue for horses to live their life out, so there's no chance of them being adopted out or having to go somewhere else. We just let them live like they're supposed to live. The concept of Freedom Reigns was basically out of my desire to help some of these horses that would have ended up at slaughter. So it was a way for me to try to make an impact. Once I learned what was happening in the horse world with horses that were tossed aside, I realized I needed to do something. When we first moved in to this ranch, I had about 150 horses at that point, and then they have grown an additional 300 since then, about 4 years later. The acreage at the ranch is about 3,800 acres, and the horses roam on at least 3,000 of those acres, basically untouched, doing their own thing. We do bring them in twice a year for their shots and their feet, but other than that, they're kind of on their own out here. So when I started rescuing, I was basically focused on the feedlots in Fallon, Nevada. It's kind of their last place before they get loaded on the trucks to go either to Mexico or Canada to get slaughtered. I felt bad for the fact that there was whole families and people weren't going to adopt them one by one. They really wanted them to stay together as a unit. So I started taking groups of families, and that's kind of how I think I grew so fast. A lot of rescue groups will take the foals, but I said I'd only take them if they came in pairs. I take moms with their foals because I believe the way to teach them to be a horse and manners of being a horse and their place in the world is by having their mom. There should be an after to your time with a horse, and I feel like we don't treat our dogs that way. They're part of the family, and I don't know why people who love horses and had them in their lives would feel differently if they knew what the outcome of their horse was going to be. Having a plan for their long-term life, I feel like that's what we owe them. Saving one horse will not change the world, but it will change the world for that one horse. I can't rescue them all, but the ones that I've rescued, I can guarantee they're going to have a good life.